All right, well, I think we'll get started. First of all, good morning, everybody. Thanks for being here. Um, as we start, I want to also thank all of our speakers and presenters who are going to be adding to our program today. You've seen the slides scrolling on both here and online. We have a virtual audience that's joining us through Zoom as well. So for those of you here in the room, keep that in mind that we've got almost double because there's another equal-sized audience online. Um, Also want to thank our sponsors. We couldn't do this the way we do without our sponsors, and you've seen their logos rotate through the slides as well. Reminder, if you're a certified crop advisor, there's the code has been showing up online on the screen, but also you can stop out the registration table and use the QR code, or if that doesn't work for you, you can just sign in. For those of you online, if you have difficulty getting the QR code, done for your CCA credits, just put your name and your CCA number in the chat, and then after the event, we'll make sure that that gets turned in. You've also seen the Slido app show up. And for those who have been to our conferences before, with a combined audience, both in the room and online, it's nice to manage questions with an app where people type their question in. So we'd encourage you, even if you're in the room, to log into that Slido site with your smartphone. And if you have a question, even during the presentation, you can start typing them in. And the nice thing about Slido is if you look at the questions as they're showing up and you agree with the question or you think it's also an important question, you can vote for it. And it raises the most important questions to the top of the list, and the speakers will answer them in that order after their presentation. So I'd encourage you to use the Slido function if you can. Also, after the event tomorrow, we'll send out an email to everybody. Please fill out our survey, and you've seen the QR code, I think, in the slides, but we'll send a reminder to ask you to go online and fill out our survey. It's really important that we get surveys, your feedback on what you think of the event and your suggestions on how we can improve it for next year. This is our 12th annual nitrogen conference. We just had our 18th annual nutrient management conference a couple weeks ago in Mankato, and both of those conferences, they have this history and they just keep growing, and largely it's because of the great research that's going on in Minnesota, but also the fact that you guys provide us with that feedback about these conferences. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Bruce Montgomery. He'll be our moderator for today. Many of you know Bruce from his years with the Department of Agriculture, and then more recently, he's the coordinator for the AFREC, the Agricultural Fertilizer Research and Education Council program here in Minnesota, and we're very glad to have him here. He has such a good grasp of all these projects that are going on in Minnesota, and the way, number one, the way he manages time, keeps us on task, and then also the interaction that he has with all of our presenters is pretty awesome. So, Bruce.
I've been christened.
Yep.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for coming this morning. Okay, Warren did a great job of giving you a quick overview of what we're going to get done today. As far as the Slido app, if you're uncomfortable using it, we will pass the mic around after each presentation if you'd rather do that. So we've had 4 presentations this morning right away. They're all going to focus on nitrogen management and crop production. And then at 10:10, hopefully, if we're on time. And by the way, I think the only reason I got picked is because I'm the only guy in the world that still wears a watch. So my job is to keep everybody on task this morning. So